What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast. I'm Depraved.
What is up? I'm Pound.
Ralph Pounds
in the building. Hello.
In his house.
His house. Dab.
Don't.
He's like, you would dab. Yo, wartime dab, Ralph. That's
the bookshelf looks weird. Anyways, I love how uneven all of our floors are.
Oh damn.
So we are covering news.
Yes, we are.
I'm going to have more in-depth analysis, and by analysis, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Marvel Revolution. I have finally gotten a lot of time to play it.
Okay.
We're also going to be covering. I did. Okay, I did do that earlier. We're also going to be covering. What if?
What if episode?
There were no new trailers, so we don't have any trailers to talk about.
No, yeah, damn. They usually throw a trailer. They did not throw no trailer out.
Not usually. We just got lucky the last couple of weeks.
No.
With Eternals and then Spider-Man.
Right.
All right. Now, if you're wondering about Shang-Chi, we've already put out our Shang-Chi review. It came out a day or two ago. So that is out. It was excellent. Go watch it.
Yes. Excellent, man. All right.
So with that being said, Ralph, bring us the news.
All right, we're going to kick things off with a bang here. Hashtag Avenger Endgame director is I'm going to call him Johnny. Joe and Anthony Russo were reportedly in talks to direct another Marvel movie until Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit against Disney. Basically, they were saying they were kind of like hinting like, well, we were going to do other projects with a certain character that's no longer with us, but with the whole situation with the lawsuits and shit, they we're done. So that's pretty much literally. Maybe. You think? Well, I mean, they're probably doing Marvel, but they were going to probably do more with Black. Because even before this whole lawsuit, even Kevin Feige was saying like, well, I'd like to do other things with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow character, but now we have this little situation going on that's still going on, which I thought it was over, but it's still there. It's still fucking there.
So Kevin Feige did mention
what?
That we may see the new iteration of Black Widow.
Oh yeah, we're going. Yeah. Whatever her name is. What was her name?
I don't remember. So I'm just saying the Black Widow character may not be done.
Right, but we're going to try to.
ScarJo's time with Disney is
over like a light, right? Because she burnt that bridge.
So what we're saying is the Russos might not be directing ScarJo, but they could be directing another lead female character,
and that's fine.
That goes by Black Widow.
They were like, well, because it seemed like they were like all on board, like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson. It's like, no, we're gonna get other characters. We don't need you because besides you're dead anyway. So, fuck you and your whole family.
You got a multiverse to explore.
Right, well, whole multiverse.
We'll pull a new version of you out.
like Toys R Us. I'll just get a new toy. We'll get a new character somewhere. Probably more better. Probably won't sue Disney every day because fuck.
With the multiverse, there's plenty of Black Widows in the sea.
Right, exactly. All right, the next thing we got, Hawkeye may reboot Daredevil Season 1 premise. Basically, they're saying that Hawkeye's pretty set for, they're saying, with the rise of what we hear about Kingpin might be coming into the Hawkeye series, that this could be the start that maybe they could be trying to push towards
Daredevil
being involved into it, which...
There's already a rumor that he's getting a new Disney Plus show, too.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that, too. I was going to bring that to you. See, we thinking hell yeah. We think, look at this shit.
Here's the thing. Daredevil's one of those characters I just feel like he fits better in a TV series format than he does in a movie format. Because a TV series, you give him 6 hours to develop a story.
Right.
Whereas instead of just the 2-hour mark of trying to rush something out with him, he's one of those people that they need that character building for people to really get behind.
Right.
So I do feel like, and I'm not saying he won't show up in movies.
Right,
because he will.
Yeah, he will.
But I don't foresee him specifically having an actual movie for Daredevil.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. Like I wouldn't mind seeing him in a movie, but I'm like you. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just want to see, like I said, like we talked about this, like Shang-Chi thing. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a lecture or these characters because you kind of just blew them off to the side, and I'm like, bro.
I mean, we talked about it in our Shang-Chi review too.
Right.
I actually would not be surprised to see the Ten Rings organization evolve into being the Hand.
The Hand, the RMCU, the Hand. Right. And it's just like, damn, these were good characters, man. I know people hate.
Or we'll get a Ten Rings versus the Hand moment in a TV series or a movie.
Damn, we gotta put that in there. That could have been our Shang-Chi Part 2. It's like, there's a new group called what's with their fists? The hand. Like, bro, they're fighting, bro. Like, they're taking on ARB members, bro. Like AIM versus Hydra.
Right.
Like that type of situation.
It could happen.
I can see that happening. And guess who's running? They call her Elektra. Like, she's the leader.
I can see like Elektra joining the 10 Rings,
Right.
and then realizing she's not vibing well with them, so she goes off to do her own thing, and
Right.
then starts. Well, she wouldn't be the one that starts up the hand, because the hand kind of take her in.
Right.
But I can see her taking over the hand.
Right.
I'm just saying, there's options. There's options.
Yeah. And like I said in the thing, they said 10 Rings is coming. So, or returning back. So, the next thing we also got is that Captain Marvel has confirmed a new addition to the cast. They picked up a K-drama star named Park Seo-yeon.
Okay.
And I guess he's a drama person for the K-pop series. Now he's picked up for the Marvels. Now we don't know what role he's playing, but I mean, if he's a drama person, I'm assuming it's got to be somebody with, I guess, drama to it. I guess. Wouldn't that kind of make sense for what he's a K-pop drama person?
No, that's just what he's known for.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean shit.
Right.
So they're just basically.
This is his name. This is what he looked like.
Yeah. So his name is
Park
Seo-joon.
Seo-joon. Okay.
And no, so he probably plays in a drama TV show over in Korea.
He left the country to film the Marvels. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's now going to be involved in this. I don't know what part he's going to be playing either.
Right. I mean,
And
more
but
power to him.
I would say him being a drama actor doesn't mean shit.
Right,
It's
okay.
just that's what he's known for.
Okay. And the next also thing we got, Blade Reboot director explains how the Vampire Hunter is being handled for the MCU. Because everybody was asking, like, well, since this was coming out, they're like, how are you going to incorporate all this in here? And the dude basically said, like, the MCU has, like, trust in the process. Well, like, with Shang-Chi, like, also, like, trust in the process. They know what they're doing. Because basically they were like, well, is it going to be different from Wesley Snipes, or is it going to be a new Blade? It's going to be a new Blade regardless, but they're basically saying, like, what are we getting out of this?
He's saying trust the process.
Trust the process.
What he means by that is stop asking questions.
Right, because they're asking.
Just wait and watch and enjoy.
Right, he's basically saying, like, what I can tease about is that we care about the character. It's very important for me and the the company, and it's a story. And because he can't just say, well, this. He can only say, like, certain things. Like, it's great, because obviously they wrote the story out and shit, too. So, they're like, it's a good story, there's vampires, there's monsters.
I was gonna say, so majority of the people are pretty much told to not give away shit anyways, unless you're Alfred Molina, and then you just don't care.
Yeah. Wait, never let that shit go. Like, as soon as I'm alive, like, bro. Like, you're not supposed to tell you're alive, man.
But no, so I feel like fans are trying to hope that somebody cracks, but most people are just not going to. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the cracks that do happen aren't done on purpose.
Right.
As a way to get people excited.
Right.
Like I can almost bet there have been several that have been painted as an accident or a misstep.
Right.
That I can almost guarantee old dudes in the background, Kevin Feige's in the background going, hey, if they ask you this, give them this little bit of information.
Right. He said that, like you said, like, there's a story. His name is Fred H. Blade. Like, he gave out a name. Like, it's not just Blade. Like, he actually has a full name now. So that's pretty cool, because we never really, with Wesley Snipes, they just called him Blade. I don't think he ever had a full name.
I don't know what his name is in the comic. It's probably Fred.
Right. Like, that's pretty much what he gave out. It says, like, no, it's not like Peter Parker. His name is Peter Parker. In some comics, his name is Fred H. Blade. Like, and instead of Eric Brooks. So he's basically trying to say, we got a name for him at least. Hey, you got a name, not just Blade. Like, you're gonna give.
And that's all you're getting.
Right, that's it. No, and I feel like that's it. Like, you shouldn't be like, because they're gonna be like, bro, is it any more? Is he like Wesley Snipes? Is Wesley Snipes in the bitch? I'm like, and now going for another news, Wesley Snipes has not been offered to play in this Blade.
So here's
stop
the thing.
asking about that question.
If Wesley Snipes is ever going to be in a new Blade movie,
right,
it is 100% going to be a cameo as somebody that's not actually Blade.
Blade, it's not right.
You're not going to get him for a full length thing. It's going to be like he's going to be
and
like.
they really think that too. They're like, oh, we're gonna get him for a full length. I'm like, why would you think that?
At most, you're going to get an almost Lou Ferrigno pizza carrier role, like just. He's done. He's too old to keep playing that character. He's already said he's working on his own vampire hunter type TV show that's going to compete with Blade.
Yeah, he said he wants to make it something that's going to compete with it.
So Yeah, guys, drop it.
Like that, it's.
I don't want Wesley Snipes in it anyways. Like I said, he
And we got Marshall Ali. We got somebody a little more younger, a little more like I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Wesley Snipes. Fuck him all day. Watch all three. Even Trinity. People are like even Trinity.
Not
yes,
Trinity.
I can watch all three. Like a bad case, bro. But And then also another thing too, the director has even opened up about development of an MCU reboot where our character is really going to be really important. So basically, he's saying also that this Blade character is also going to be important into the MCU also. So that's why they can't just give out multiple things because it's just like saying Chi. Like he's going to also be in character, but they saying like Blade will also be
Shang-Chi.
Sean. I told him I'll fuck up this. Is it Sean? No, Shang.
That's an easy way to remember it.
Shang. What do you got? That Shang.
Shang-Chi.
That's awful, bro. But yeah, like so. Another thing we also got is that Jonathan Schwartz. That's it? Schwartz. Did I say his name? Schwartz.
Jonathan Schwartz.
Who produced the first Guardians of the Galaxy movies, will now be returning, and then in replacing him for it will also be somebody by the name of Sarah Smith will serve as executive producer. So basically the guy who did the first two, and he also did another movie. I was trying to find it, but I forgot. He did another Marvel movie, but he's basically saying he's not coming back for that. I guess just not coming back, I guess.
I want to see something.
Oh, you.
No, keep going.
All right. Now, going to some Spider-Man No Way Home. Daredevil star Charlie Cox has promised that those are not his forearms. Because, fans were speculating. Well, even you were speculating. Remember you said that well, no, did you speculate that was Charlie Cox?
All right, so this is just what I wanted to make sure. Going back to the last story.
Oh, okay, we'll go back to it.
Talking about old dude taking over production, or that chick taking over production.
Yeah, Sarah Smith.
Over the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So 100% doesn't matter.
Oh.
All the producer does is they find and launch a project.
Right.
And then they arrange financing, hire the writers, the directors. I mean, so they matter in terms of picking who they want to do things.
Right. So
but
why did Jonathan Schwartz leave for it?
When a producer comes in,
right?
Like the new producer that's coming in for the new what'd you say it was?
Guardians Galaxy Volume 3. Yep.
So they don't need to find a new writer. They've already got their writer.
Yeah, it's already been made. They've got the
director. They've already got the actors.
Yeah.
They've probably already got most of the finances squared away.
Right.
So it's literally just somebody coming and throwing their name on it.
Damn. It seemed like he was, well, I mean, I guess he's poor because he did the first two, and it's kind of like wondering why did he not come back for the second one or the third one, and it's like he just doesn't have the time or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You do you. Hey.
I don't think it's going to change any bit of the movie.
No, the movie's still going to be great regardless because, once again, trust the process. It's always Marvel. I mean, they're just not going to tell you nothing unless you're Doc Ock. If you're Doc Ock, you can do that. Now going back to the Spider-Man No Way Home thing, Daredevil star Charlie Cox, he said he has promised those are not his forearms. So please, fans, stop asking. Because they're saying, that little scene right there, like, is that Charlie Cox? And like,
I never thought it actually was.
Right, I'm going to say, you never thought it was, but people and fans would be like, that's his forearm, I see it. I'm
unless
like,
Charlie Cox gained like 50 pounds.
Right. Well, first of all, why would anybody believe that was him? Why was that even a story? Like, that's so crazy. That's how crazy. That's how it got to that point. And it's like, no, like, on Twitter, like,
I'm not saying that I don't think Charlie Cox isn't in that room.
No, I don't think he's in the room, but I'm saying, like,
I think he's in the room. I just don't think that was him. And I think people just wanted so bad for a Charlie Cox moment. Again, it's the common problem Marvel fans have. And it's honestly Marvel's fault. Marvel has a history.
These fans, sir.
Well, Marvel has this history of revealing things in trailers,
right,
that people don't know that they're actually seeing.
Right.
And so now, anytime you might see somebody's foot or you see an arm,
right? Damn, we're really doing this, like with the
fans are like, "Yo, that's
right.
That's so and so's.
Right.
That's so and so's left pinky. I remember seeing that pinky in a movie 6 movies ago. It's got to be that person. That person's in the movie."
Right.
It's Marvel's fault for doing silly shit like that and having little Easter eggs like that in their trailers. But at the same time, like, guys, it's unless you see a face.
Right, like, we didn't, and right, it was nothing there. It really was kind of like blurriness. It was like, hand, blurry person. But we're hoping that, because there was Charlie Cox back there.
I even told you during that trailer the one reason I don't believe that is Daredevil is
Right.
Daredevil has never been the type of Matt Murdock specifically when doing the lawyering thing. He's never been the forceful type. He's not the type to slam shit down on a table or things like that.
Right.
Like he sits there and he would
listens
kind
to
of
your
open
breathing.
things. He might read. He's listening. He's trying to make sure that you are what you say you are, who you are.
Right.
He's too focused on other things to be super emotional about things.
Right. I never.
So
really...
whoever it was that slammed that down is somebody that's trying to get Parker to admit to something that Parker probably did not do.
They never even did in the first place.
Because that's just how asshole cops are. Next.
You make me laugh, bro. That's funny. Mark Ruffalo once again is in the news again for, him trying to not spoil anything, but, he's kind of like one of the ones that's top there for spoiling shit. And he's basically saying, fans are asking them, even news reporters are asking them, are saying, like, what is your involvement in Moon Knight? In the Disney Plus series? In Moon Knight.
No, who? Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and he's saying, like, as a person who's responsible for the next phase of the MCU, I would hate to spoil anything. So basically he's saying, like, which, eventually he probably will end up. When you hear that, it's like...
He'll say something when he's allowed to.
No, it's not even allowed to, because even Don Tito was like, dude, like a D23.
They're actors, though. I can act surprised really easily. Really? I'm just saying.
No, I get it, but like there was some times he said something about like Infinity War or something at the time at D23. He was like, Dalton was like, bro, you can't just bluntly open up your mouth about that. Like, not blunt, and he said like that, but he's like, bro, like there's certain things you can say you can't say.
Right, but again, what if Kevin Feige was like, hey, leak this? I'm not even telling anybody else that you're doing this.
Oh man, like some
right,
like some
because then
inside
then everybody else would legit be like, really, you just did that. And then all he's got to do is play off and be like, "Oh, my bad, shit."
So basically, it's like his own secret mission because Benedict Cumberbatch is known for that too, to do shit like that.
Also, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He's like the godfather of it. He just remember with the script. Oh, that's not Far From Home. My bad. Oh shit, that's not the second movie to the Spider-Man. That wasn't that. Even though you put that bitch right on this, like you're not missing it. We saw it, bro. We synced it. But basically, like. What Mark Ruffalo was saying, he said he can't say nor or yes or no. He's like teeter-tottering with it. Like, more than likely, but I don't think he'll be back as Incredible Hulk in there either. I think he would probably be just Bruce Banner.
Honestly, I think he's done as Hulk.
Yeah, I think he's done.
I think Hulk's gone, guys. I like, again, if you go back and rewatch the Shang-Chi footage or rewatch our review of it.
Yep.
You guys, one of the post-credit scenes in Shang-Chi has Bruce as Bruce Banner. He's no longer Professor Hulk. That's what he's called.
Right,
Professor Hulk. I kept calling him Instructor Hulk.
Right, he said Dr. Hulk.
Inspector Hulk. But yeah, so he's no longer Professor Hulk.
Fans are going to be disappointed about that because some fans actually like Incredible Hulk, but...
I didn't like him, but I didn't dislike him. I was just like, he's there.
And now he's...
But he's back to being him.
Himself. And
I think that's going to play a major role in... I'm not going to go into it. Go watch the Shang-Chi.
Right, yeah. We don't go too much to it. I'm just saying, like, he's basically Mark Ruffalo's basically saying, like, you're going to see me in Moon Knight. But everybody's thinking, like, will he come back as the Hulk? I'm like, bro, his arm is done. He would...
Not in Moon Knight, no.
No. He's going to probably be helping...
We may get one more, like, Hulk sighting, but I don't think it's going to be...
And some people are asking, they're saying, like, could we get Amadeus Joe? Which I don't want that motherfucker.
No, we're getting Amadeus Joe.
You think so?
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hulkling is going to be there. Why don't you like Amadeus Joe?
I didn't really feel for Amadeus Joe.
What have you read that he's in?
Civil War.
Oh, dude, you had like one story arc. Really?
I was like, and let me tell you, I'm a slow ass reader, but I read some shit. I'm out, bro. Like, some bullshit.
Amadeus Joe is not a bad character.
No, he's okay. He was like one of my top Hulks I would use. I'll probably get like Scar, but I know Scar ain't coming in this bitch. Not anytime soon, at least. He will probably be there, but not right now.
Maybe.
Because Scar is the one I want. I want the one, like that barbaric one. Like, yo, I want that badass. Get that on screen. Like, yo, okay, he coming in like Broly in this bitch. Let's go. Right. But, yeah. So that's pretty much what that is. The next one we also have is the fact that Lilita Wright, plays Shuri, has been reportedly signed for a long-term multi-movie contract with Marvel Studios for future Shuri appearances after Wakanda Forever.
Ironheart.
Yeah.
among other things.
Yeah, I can see her in Secret Invasion too.
She'll be involved in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
And by the way, what this also could mean is she could be the next Black Panther.
Yeah, I've heard that being rumored there too. That's like right behind what I was also gonna say. Like they saying that she could also take up the mantle of Black Panther.
As she should.
Yeah, no, like
That's who it is in the comics. That's who succeeds.
Yeah,
T'Challa.
Well, yeah, and in the comics you actually see her literally in the whole Black Panther getup, like, which I thought, and maybe I'm thinking too common sense. I thought that was the whole. I mean, I get it. You know,
I just don't see them. I don't see them being able to go anywhere else other than her taking over as Black Panther.
It would have to be her.
Anything else just isn't going to make sense.
Can you imagine?
Do you know how many times I've heard somebody go, bring Killmonger back from the dead?
We doing Marvel Zombies in real life? We starting this off with a bang already? And they've been saying that too. They're saying that like Killmonger might be sighted coming back. Why? Fans are already hyped to think that Killmonger might be coming back. I'm like, here's some story hints. I'm like, bro, he's dead, bro. He had the right in the heart, right here, or right in the heart, like right in the chest.
DED dead.
Right. He's like, I just want to see the sunset one last time, and then he pulled it out himself and killed himself. Like, all right, and I'm dead. All right, that's because. He's gone, guys. I mean, you'll hear his voice in What If whenever they drop that episode, hopefully, but he's gone. So, get over it. Now, sticking with Black Panther 2, Julia Dreyfus, Val, has been seen on Wakanda Forever on the MIT bridge. It's like they're kind of like green screening it a little bit, but they're saying like supposedly she can be trying to recruit Riri.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen though. I think
because she's there at the MIT along with the two
right.
Demon so
I think we're going to see a couple of instances of her trying to recruit people and them turning her down as well.
Okay.
Riri's just too pure-hearted to get caught up in something like that. You look at the other people that have been kind of brought in, right?
Right.
So, well, the only two people we know of for sure so far.
Because Abomination can still, like you said, like we talked about that in the
right.
the Shang-Chi one too as
well. The two people that are guaranteed to be involved in this team are U.S. Agent,
right, and Black
and Yelena's
Black
Baloney. And the two of them have a questionable past.
Yeah.
One worked for, regardless if she wanted to or not, worked for a Russian spy agency, even if she was brainwashed to do it or forced to.
Right.
And then you've got U.S. Agent who went on an insanity spree and killed a person.
Bang! Right in the chest.
Is not very good at being the hero that the world needs.
But my thing is though, what if? I mean, I get what you're saying, but
I don't think Riri has enough of a questionable past.
Okay.
To not question who this lady is.
But what if she could be like? What if she got connections into that MIT to basically play like a teacher or like a campus administrator, and basically try to persuade her to come in there. But you know, not like
I'm not saying she won't be there to try and persuade her.
Right.
I'm just saying I think she'll.
But you think she's going to turn down? Because
at the end of the day, we're still going to need somebody to go against them.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, and that's why I think that's what's going to happen. I hope you're right, because I'm thinking like, bro, like, what does she say? Like, you be doing this for a good cause, like, you know, like a Spider-Man thing.
I think she'd have enough in her to be like, I'm good.
Bro,
because she's also going to have
her
Shuri.
own TV show. Well, yeah, sure, yeah.
Right?
Right.
You got Shuri, who's probably working one-on-one with you really close for a while, and then somebody from the outside coming and going, hey, like, nah, I'm gonna kick it with homegirl. Like, that's my homie over here. She's taught me more of what I need to know.
Because that's crazy. I just don't. I mean,
unless what we could see.
Where'd she get Shuri?
I don't think she's even gonna get Shuri.
Okay.
I think she might be there to be recruiting somebody else that we don't know is there.
At the MIT campus? Okay. Huh. Damn. Who the hell would be at MIT?
We won't know till a closer time.
Damn. Bruh.
You gotta remember, there's gonna be surprises in a lot of these movies that are just gonna throw people off.
It was surprising this fucking...
Right.
Bro, and Eternals gonna... Bro, all these movies that he is... I mean, going off topic here... They're all gonna be surprised. Even Eternals is gonna be surprised, bro. We're just not gonna know what's going on, bro. We just know a few. That's like I like how Marvel is kind of cutting back on certain things too with trailers and whatnot. Because remember back then we were like, they're showing too much. Now it's like, bro, we don't know what the hell this is. What is this that we're looking at? Except for Spider-Man, they're probably gonna milk the shit out of that power 5 trailers.
I still feel like No Way Home's trailer showed more than what they should have.
Oh, especially.
I don't think we should have seen the pumpkin bomb.
Or the electrolyte.
Like, I could understand to an extent showing Doc Ock.
Right.
Because he's already told people he's in it.
Right. He's probably the one you should probably show. And I still, people say this is none of this. People say that there's leaked photos of, once again, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield stunt people doing things in the movie that, you know, that's hinting that they're there, even though they're not there. But there's our pictures that's showing them that, well, this is stunt doubles are saying, hey, and I know he was like, well, we already talked this, but no, it's like, but this time it seems like people are getting fans are getting, or paparazzi getting closer and closer and closer and closer to eventually they're like, there they are, I can see them, because I'm like you, what if they're not in this bitch? Or what if they're not in it until like the post-credit scene?
No, I think they'll be in it. I think we're gonna see 3 Spider-Man versus a cross-dimensional Sinister Six.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cross-dimensional.
Because I don't think Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man alone can take on the 6 of them. He's still very young, and granted, he's helped save the world, and he would have Doctor Strange on his side, maybe. But yeah. So next.
All right, now this is going back. This is kind of picking back what we talked about in our Shang-Chi video. But this is going into Captain Marvel 2. The Marvels, directed by Nia DaCosta, has revealed that the pitch of idea of a Galactus, Storm, and Scott Summer team-up movie, and they said that she had a nerd up because Kevin Feige said like don't just talk like don't. It's like it's a no, but the characters are still there because like I said they still require the release of X-Men. So basically she's saying like what if we could see in the Marvels maybe like an X-Men character. You mean and she said that it's possible that there could be an X-Men character in there that could be heading towards maybe like what you were talking about. Maybe Galactus does show up, like maybe like a beacon that can kind of bring that big bad down here.
Right.
So that's basically what she's kind of like not really truly hinting at, because you like I said once again, Marvel is literally keeping everything on a hush hush with everything. Let's like you said, like he wants to tell you what you want to hear. So
right.
Basically that's what Nia DaCosta is saying. She's like, there could be a character in there that could kind of piggyback. So if it is true, then damn, bro, your prediction is right. Like Galactus is literally the next big bad that's coming down here.
Right.
But we gotta deal with Kang and that bitch too. Like that's,
back to back.
That's too many villains, bro.
And Mephisto.
It's the bees, the bees, the bees.
I think we'll see Mephisto before any of the others, though.
Oh my god.
Well, I won't say any of the others because Kang's technically already been in it. But
right. No, it's the guy in the elevator. It's the black man. It's the black man in the elevator, bro.
I wouldn't put it past Disney to have some rape.
Oh Lord, and you know that'd be off the chart. Oh man. And then back to what I was talking about, the Sony situation. Another Sony copyright takedown of a supposedly linked set photo from Spider-Man No Way Home went further coincidence that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's appearance in the movie details. So basically, people are taking down photos who are basically, because I think they're filming around Atlanta.
I don't remember.
I thought that was Atlanta because they're basically saying people are taking photos saying that supposedly, like I said, with the stunt doubles and all of them, they're basically saying like if you put that, say I found that photo, put that on Instagram, Sony, it's just copyrighted quickly. They're trying to, and I get what you're saying. You're like with the trailer, you're like, okay, maybe somebody from Sony. I think maybe somebody just got lucky, man. And then they said, fuck that shit, bro. We're about to just throw it at our damn self because we're not about to let this shit just start running with the trailer without it.
No, they'd already planned on putting the trailer out though.
Oh yeah, they planned on putting it out, but at first like the green screen one was out first, and I was like, but I mean you could be right. Maybe it was a Sony person, but I'm thinking like,
no, I don't know if it was a Sony person. I never said that.
Oh, they said it was a Sony person.
No, I said they had planned on putting the video out when they put it out anyways.
Right.
I feel like somebody somehow got a hold of it.
Right, got a hold. Okay,
put it out the day before.
Right, and say, hey, this is what it looks like without the shit.
Because if you notice, I don't think I remember hearing a whole lot about Sony rushing to get things taken down because I feel like they already knew, well our video's coming out tomorrow. So, like...
Right. So, it's like, yeah, but...
You can't understand half of what the fuck was going on in the leaked trailer anyways.
Right, no, it was all like...
Look at all the edited out CGI buildings and...
I think it's kind of interesting you can see it without the shit behind it. So it's like, oh, that's pretty interesting.
Right.
Like
it was cool to kind of see that other process, right?
Right, like when he especially says like the whole fire, like the whole ice and the sanctum, he does the fire. Like you can actually see like, hey, he's just doing that.
No, I said Mysterio leaked it.
He says, you know what?
Mysterio
Breaking news, guys. Mysterio did not. You thought, bitch, you thought he's back. Jake Gyllenhaal never died.
Never died.
He never died.
I'm legit. I believe he's going to be in the movie.
I think your ass is tripping.
But
oh shit. Okay. And
I'm going to pop in with some news real quick.
oh, you got some shit? Go ahead.
Yeah, they announced that Venom: Let There Be Carnage was going to be PG-13. Thank you, Sony, for ruining all of my hopes and dreams.
Oh yeah.
No, I actually expected Venom: Let There Be Carnage to be PG-13. I just feel like there was a part of me that was hoping
Well,
it was going to be rated R because I feel like Cletus Cassidy as a character thrives better in a rated R setting.
Well, yeah, like, Carnage overall, like, even watching the animated series was just off the wall crazy. Like, and I always picture that like a blood guts killer. Like, bro, I can't picture me like I'm PG-13 Cletus Cassidy, bro. Where y'all can't do this to us. You cannot. Don't make this man be like half-ass, like not killing people. Well, what if he doesn't kill them? He kills one person.
No, he's gonna kill people.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's just
You can kill people.
Okay.
That doesn't make a movie rated R or not. I mean, we just watched Shang-Chi, and they were tossing motherfuckers off of buildings left and right. They didn't live.
That's true. All right.
The same way that Val Kilmer's Batman was tossing motherfuckers off of rooftops left and right. They didn't live. Right. So, you can kill people in PG-13 movies. You just can't be graphic about it.
Damn.
And I feel like that's what makes Carnage Carnage. Is the graphicness of him.
Yeah, you can't see him rip somebody in half.
Right.
Which that would be fucking cool / horrific to actually see. Right. I'm going, and he just rips him a new one. Like, oh my god, literally in half, 2 people, right. And he just throws it.
All right, that was my bit of news thrown in.
You was a badass with the news. Good. Also, Secret Invasion, Marvel Studios project. They said they might be bringing in a new character to play a certain role that they could possibly be hinting on a Super Skrull. But they don't know who this character is. They don't want to bring out the new character, but they're hinting on the fact that this
Super Skrull could be coming in.
Right, Super Skrull in Secret Invasion, which
I don't know how that's going to work without having the Fantastic Four in. The Super Skrull took his powers are based on the Fantastic Four. He's got a rock arm. He can control fire. He can stretch. He can go invisible. Like he is the Fantastic Four all rolled into one. Which, never mind. We get to have the comic corner. I was gonna say part 2 was cool. You know, they didn't ever really mention Super Skrull in there. What are you talking about?
In part 2, I mean, issue number 2 of Fantastic Four.
Oh no!
That's what I said. I don't want to get too much to it.
That's early Skrulls.
Yeah, early Skrulls. Okay, yeah. Because I was like, where's the other dude? Where's the super thing? But
no, he won't show up till later.
Right. But anyway, they just found that in Secret Invasion that they found a new person that could be hinting towards playing a Secret Skrull, Super Skrull. And like you said, but like I said, we don't know a lot of things. Like, hey, like once again, this is MCU Super Skrull. Like, we don't know what this is.
Secret Wars is where they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four, which is a possibility.
Before they get their own movie? Okay, well then that would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You don't even have to do an origin story.
It happens. Spider-Man was introduced as a character before he got his own movie.
Right. We had to see Uncle Ben die for the 4th time. Fifth time.
Depending on if you've read the comics, watched all the animated shows, you know the same beginning to every fucking Spider-Man story ever.
Uncle Ben, no! You always hear the same like, great power goes great responsibility. Remember, Parker, great power, great responsibility. I'm like, fuck, I heard this like 10,000 times.
You're going to read it again next week.
Oh, no,
right, I don't.
That's all the news I got.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
no more news?
Yeah, it wasn't that much. It's just...
That was enough to cover about 35 minutes. All right.
Because I'm a badass motherfucker.
A bad mamma jamma.
Bad mamma jamma.
All right, so we can finally get into What If, ladies and gentlemen. This was season 1, episode 4 of What If. This is called What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands. Now, what's fun is I didn't know what the name of the show was until I went to go create the script for it the day after I'd watched it, because when I clicked on it, all it said was, what if Doctor Strange lost his ... And I'm like, oh, well, that's special. Thank you, TV. TV, Disney Plus, you rock.
Was that your emotion? Just like, what if Doctor Strange not the...
I literally...
That's great.
Because I was literally like, what if Doctor Strange lost his dick? Like, what?
All of you would say some shit. That's why you should be a comedian. That's funny. Doctor Strange, he lost his penis, bro. He became a vagina. He became a woman. He became a woman overnight. There it is. He lost it. He went...
But yeah, so it's what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Nice.
Just going over... close. Just close. Just going over the people. I brought Jeffrey right back to talk about him being the Watcher because he plays a major role in this.
Yeah.
A bigger role in this than he has so far.
Right.
Doctor Strange, reprised by Benedict Cumberbatch. Christine Palmer, reprised by Rachel McAdams. Jesus. McAdams.
It's okay.
Wong, played by
Wong.
Benedict Wong.
The one and only.
The Ancient One, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Obang was played by Ike Amadi. He's a new character.
Yes, he is.
And then Christine Everhart, reprised by Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
So everyone came back for their original casting in this episode, which is really cool.
Yeah, everybody came. Damn. Wow.
For those of you that don't know who Christine Everhart is, she was a character that was used. It was either in Iron Man 1 or 2. I think it was 1.
1. Right.
She was the reporter that had like a one-night stand with Tony before she was kicked out by Pepper Potts the next morning. Who then showed back up in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
At the party when
she said call
before Whiplash came.
Right. No, yeah, no, at the party. Sorry. Yeah. Because she was talking to Justin Hammer. Right. Yep. Before he went on the race car track.
And then she's also been used in a couple of the
YouTube videos.
YouTube WHH or whatever they're.
So yeah, she's been around.
She's been around for a while. But they did bring her back to reprise that whole role.
Been around both times.
Yep. So kind of going into some things with this episode. First off, this was a pro that I definitely had for this episode. I feel like, and this is where I feel like this episode sets itself apart from everything that's come before it.
Yeah.
We got a choice. The one little change gave us an entirely new story.
Right.
Everything else has been, this happened, here are some of the ripple effects that it's caused. So, like, Peggy Carter stood down on the floor.
Right.
She became Captain Carter.
T'Challa was picked up
Steve became Iron Man.
Right.
But they still fought against the Nazi regime.
Right.
Went on to do what they do. And then you have
T'Challa was picked up by
gets
the
picked
Ravagers.
up, and while it was a somewhat new story, that it was still a lot of just changing what had already been there,
right,
into its own little thing.
Yeah, this was.
And then you had the episode after that was Fury's big week kind of being ruined completely,
right, by Ant-Man,
by everybody dying,
right, yeah.
But this one, it was like this changed. Let's have an entirely new story.
And so that was interesting. Like, I don't know where this story was going to say, well, damn, this guy ends somehow.
Right. This episode actually almost got me to tear up a couple times.
Okay.
So towards the beginning, when he's going through and trying to change the past over and over again, and she keeps dying no matter what.
Right.
I actually felt the heartbreak he was going through.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could definitely see if I'm in that same situation where I become a magician or whatever.
Right.
Right? And like, if Kat died.
Right.
I'd be trying my damnedest to
Right.
find any way to change that. And just knowing the heartbreak it would cause, that no matter what you do.
Right.
She's
even the Ancient One came out and said,
to die.
This point, you can't change this point at all. And he's like, I can do this. I'm like,
right.
You cannot.
It's called an absolute point, is
right.
what she was calling it.
You can't change it at all, friend.
And the reasoning being, it's an absolute point. Her dying is what pushes Strange to go learn the things. If she doesn't die, he doesn't become Doctor Strange.
Right. He doesn't become Doctor Strange.
And if you change that point, it's going to destroy their universe.
Right.
But I did love the idea of there being an absolute point, which... And dude, she died in so many different ways. It was crazy.
Bro.
Whether it was she died in the car wreck on several different occasions.
Bro, that fire.
No matter what he tried to do.
He didn't pick her ass up, died by fire.
Even when he didn't pick her up, the one time he was like, you know what, maybe if I just don't go, she lives.
I'm like,
and then the building,
news reporter
the building explodes.
On fire.
And she dies in the fire.
And he's like, what?
He took her out for pizza. The place was robbed and she was shot.
Right, what the what? That... Bro.
Like, no matter how that night turned, she was going to die.
It's like the robber, like, that bitch right there, bang. You're like, what?
Right.
Like, you could have shot you could have shot me? No, you gonna shoot her. Okay. Like, that's cool.
And so, watching Doctor Strange's descent into madness because of his love and obsession over her was absolutely entertaining. And I guess it brings a whole new definition to the multiverse of madness.
I was like, can you say multiverse of madness?
That's
you wrote that down, didn't you?
It says a multiverse of madness. So, but yeah, watching him just descend into absolute insanity.
Yeah.
And some of the shit that he does go on to do was really fun and really great to watch happen.
Like, he really just he was gone, bro.
This is also, by the way, the first episode I thought the voice acting was on point for everyone.
Yeah.
Not one person made me feel like they shouldn't have been there.
Right.
Unlike Scheisse.
Scheisse! I would never talk.
I also love the plot twist of the Ancient One splitting Doctor Strange into two people when you think nothing happened. So she shoots and then he just disappears.
Right.
And you're like, okay, life goes on. And then she's like, there's two of you.
Right, because this is the Doctor Strange that lost the love interest, but he did the whole Dormammu. See, now that was I thought we was going to get this, well...
No, both of them still did that.
Oh, right, I forgot. They still did it. Damn. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so all that still happens.
Right.
No, all the split does was split that one point in time. When he's there trying to do it, she sends the other one back to the Taj Mahal, or whatever the hell they call it.
Right. The Sanctum or whatever.
The Sanctum of Sanctorum.
Right.
And then she lets the other one gets away to wherever he goes off to, the secret islands.
There were two sides of a coin.
Cagliostro or whatever.
Right. Because he was the one that said, "Well, what if I don't use the Infinity Stone? Just forget it. Like, she's gone. Just live my life as being Doctor Strange."
Right.
And he's like, "No."
So I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
Like, he didn't want that.
And then we also figure out that Strange had been at the Cagliostro Library for centuries, hundreds of years, just sitting there, or thousands of years, however long he was there. He was there a long time.
Right.
Doing the crazy shit he was doing.
This is when he became Sorcerer Supreme, didn't he? In this.
So in this universe, he was already Sorcerer Supreme.
Because he was Sorcerer Supreme. His other half wasn't. He was just regular.
No, he still was.
Oh, okay.
No, he was Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
And I feel like the reason why he got pushed to that level quicker than he did in the actual MCU is in the MCU he lost control of his hands. So not only is he learning magic, he's learning how to use his hands again.
Right.
Whereas in this, he never lost control of his hands.
He just
experienced heartache.
Right, heartache. He just said, "Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna start."
So he didn't have the struggles of trying to learn how to use the sling ring and
the sling ring. I can't do it.
Like, he's got his hand movements on point.
Right.
He could live in the village of the leaf.
Let's see here. I'm buying you a Naruto shirt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we also find out that the choices Strange makes is destroying their universe. So one of the things that I thought was really cool. So he's absorbing during the centuries he's there, learning how to control time, basically.
Right.
He's absorbing all these mythical creatures.
Right, he was trying to take on that little octopus thing that we saw in the first episode. He couldn't take it out. So he said,
right.
Fuck it.
It could be Shumagroth.
It could be.
I don't think it is.
Damn.
Although I hope it is.
I would like, because it'll be our MCU Shumagroth than the Shumagroth that was seen in the comics. Well, I mean, at least we know he's there.
Right.
So that'd be kind of cool.
But so we see the octopus thing again. But I'm talking about, it's like he absorbs this weird, like, vampire fucking gnome.
Right, that's the first thing he started with, like something small.
And then he goes to absorb this. Well, he pulls out a cockroach to absorb, but then he, like, just takes the cockroach's cape, which is how he gets his evil looking cape that I love, by the way. I think it looks so much cooler than the regular cape.
Like a black cape. That's cool.
And then he shoos the cockroach away.
Right, so I don't do bugs.
I don't do bugs.
I'm like, okay.
But then he just starts absorbing all these legendary, both in Marvel Universe and in actual mythology. Like, there's the deer with the antlers that eventually becomes a Pokemon.
Right. I forgot what you told me.
But
you showed me what it looked like, yeah.
He's in Norse mythology.
Right.
He stands guard over Asgard.
Right.
And
he just sucked it in. He absorbs without any hesitation.
And I love that everything that he absorbs in, he kind of takes the look of for a minute before it dissipates, which was really cool to see him kind of become all of them at once.
Right.
Later on.
Right.
He looked demonic as hell, dude.
He looked like some creepy ass freak show. And then what I like too in that same scene, the Watcher literally starts talking. He said, "I can't intervene. I mean, I
won't.
can, but I won't because besides, he won't even listen to
won't
me."
even
And he's
listen.
like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. So now, bro, because all these episodes, he just watch, but like I said, he will always get closer and closer and closer to eventually. Now he's actually literally, and it would be the magic one. I should have known the magic one because he can sense his presence.
Right.
That he can actually hear his voice or someone feel a presence. I'm like, okay, the Watcher, you're starting to unravel yourself, bro. We ain't even got to. It's like 13. It's 13 episodes, isn't it?
He's trying to get into the other topics way earlier than I was trying to. I'm just going over basic story here,
I
homie.
know you were going to basic story. I'm sorry.
This
This is why I like my favorite part.
He has like the one moment he always wants to really talk about, and he waits patiently until he just can't wait anymore.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
funny.
We can talk about it now. Yeah, I definitely. So I think the only reason he's as upfront as he is because Doctor Strange knows he's there.
Right.
Doctor Strange can sense that he's there, especially after absorbing all these other cross-dimensional beings that are powerful.
Right.
He could just sense the Watcher's there. He knows he's there. The Watcher's still like, fuck you, I'm not interfering.
But yeah, but like you said, bro, like how he's absorbing, and it's like it was changing. I mean, we knew it was changing to a monster, but he was like changing, but then he was trying to like control it, but at the end he couldn't control it, bro. Like he became something else. And that's damn, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
Right?
Damn. He's like, I can do this. I'm like, bro, like you got to calm down, sir.
The Strange versus Strange fight was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Especially when it devolved into the Cape versus Cape fight, which was also fun to watch.
That was fun.
I
thought the Doctor Strange was gonna beat him.
Although watching good Doctor Strange's cape get ripped in half and scream. Did you hear it scream when it got ripped?
Yeah, that was weird. Rewatching that, I was like, was that a scream? It was like, ah! I'm like, oh, whoa, what was that? I had to like play that back. That sounded like rumbling of like burning tires when he ripped and he ripped it. Like, all right, okay. I thought he was gonna. I really thought Good Strange was gonna win, but then that would have been too cliche, I guess.
The Strange versus Strange fight was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I love, by the way, and this is where I also mentioned, I love that the Watcher has more of a presence in this episode, but still refuses to help.
Right.
Like he pretty much tells Strange to fuck off.
Yeah.
Strange is like, "You've got the power to stop this. Why won't you help me?" And he's like, "I could, but it's either the fate of this universe or the fate of the multiverse as a whole." Which I have a prediction that goes into that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And why he says that. So those are all the positives I have. I still have one negative that will plague this entire series, is the lip movement still sucks. But we'll move on.
I'm like,
so
moving their mouth fast.
Other topics, we already talked about the Watcher being more things. Now, I have it where it says, did the Watcher say that intervening now could risk all universes because do you think he might plan to use him later? So the Watcher knows all. He sees all.
Yeah, yep. He's seen the multiverse and different possibilities.
So what if, and this is just playing into the show, what if we are still going to get the Guardians of the Multiverse? Mm-hmm. What if this version of Doctor Strange has a part in that?
To join with them?
Right. So he won't be able to, like, his universe is destroyed. We watched it get blipped. It's gone. It's other than being in whatever Wish version of the Soul Stone is sitting in the middle of nothing.
What the fuck type of thing is that? Because it became a stone. Like, what the hell?
But he's on his own. Christine...
Gone.
She
glued out. She inked out.
Yeah, she inked out.
That was a weird, like, that's another thing I like. I like how the ink was going with the people were leaving. Like, dang, that's what a blimp looked like, inked.
But one of the things, because I watched again Screen Crush, and he was talking about, because he feels like he's still left there because at some point, Watcher will interfere. And I don't think it's going to happen until towards the end. Right. Sorry, I just hit the mic.
Nice.
I don't think it'll happen until towards the end. But I do think he's going to interfere, put a team together to protect the multiverse. And I think it's going to need to happen because a greater threat's going to come along. And
There's
I would not be
greater threats, man.
I would not be surprised if the greater threat episodes involve the zombie universe, because if you haven't read that far in the Ultimate Comics yet, once they start kind of playing in the zombie part, things get really fucked up. for a short time.
Because you said like these zombies have a brain. They just want to get out.
Right.
They all have this. Like they're not dumb. Like,
they want to get out of their universe to get into somebody else's universe so they can start eating them.
Eating them, right? Which that's fucked up, actually. Goddamn. But that's how zombies are. They want to eat people. They want to eat them.
And then I already touched on this as far as other topics go. I love how relatable in terms of trying to save someone you love this is, especially for me.
Right. Well, that's a loved one in general.
Which
right.
I feel like that's why I probably hold this episode on as high a standard as I do. I mean, already the writing was fantastic. Yeah. Everything about it was fantastic.
It's a different story. Literally a whole different story.
But it plays on the tragic emotion of losing someone you care about and trying to do anything, even at the risk of the entire universe, to try and bring that one person you love back.
Right.
And I looked back at it and I was like, I could honestly see me doing the exact same thing.
Right, especially if you have the power to actually, if you can have the power to do it.
If I have the ability to gain the power to be able to bring somebody back.
Or at least attempt it.
Even if I don't think it's necessarily going to end the universe, would I be able to say no, even if it meant killing off thousands or hundreds of thousands of people?
Right, because, shit, Jesus.
I would like to be able to say I would turn it away. I'd understand fully, but there's still a part of me that's like, if I had the ability or the chance to bring somebody back, even if like a couple 100,000, you got to die. To me, it might be worth it.
That's what Thanos did.
No, Thanos was just trying to balance everything.
Right, yeah,
he was just all about balance.
Right. It's genocide. No, it's just a little bit of reassurance. Right. That's like a genocide thing.
All right, floor's open. That was all my points.
Oh, dear. Okay, he's throwing it back at me. All right, so...
Chest pass.
Oof. All right, well, I'm going to bite the bullet, and if it doesn't work, hey, I'm not going to be like on Twitter and be like, what
I didn't say it was time for predictions. Were there parts of the show you wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about?
Just the whole world. Just him look like a big-ass ugly monster at the end, and then Rachel McAdams freaking the fuck out. And it looked horrific.
Christine was like, nope.
She was like, oh my God, what are you? And then you
it's
just...
me.
Right, it's me. Then you just see the world just collapsing, and he's like lifting up a rock as he do it. I'm like, bro, you're trying to do a you shall not pass moment. Bro, your world is dying, bro. Literally. And then that whole... And like I like the camera angle too, like how it's zoomed, like because he looks at her, he's like, you can prevent this, and then the camera just like you what? So I can save this world, and he said, fuck that, I'm out. And I'm like, just like piggyback what you're saying, I'm like, just the whole camera angle, how the watcher just kind of zoomed in, and then he's like, whoop, now I'm gone, flip. I'm like, oh, okay,
Toodles,
like toodles, and then it's just. I get it, man. Like, loved ones, you do what you gotta do. Just don't turn them into no damn lion dog thing. Please don't do that.
All right.
That's all
so
I
guess we'll move into predictions. Go ahead, Ralph. Where you wanted to go to begin with?
Well, like I said, I'll bite the bullet on it, man. I won't. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be like what they were in Mephisto and WandaVision and be like, he was supposed to be there all along. Like, what the fuck? There were signs and shit. Like, I'm not like these people. You should know about that.
Right.
But I'm going to say, like, well, what if he gets out of the multiverse or whatever he's at, and what if he somehow bumps into Spider-Man away? Like, what if, because, like, in the trailer, he's wearing different clothing, different all, like, what if this is another Doctor Strange that somehow broke free from out of whatever the hell he's at? He's fighting Spider-Man. Like, that's one of my things. Like, what if this is the evil Doctor Strange in there? Now, like I said, if it's not, okay, fine by me. Hey, I'm gonna move on with my fucking life. But that's like one of my predictions behind it all, or is the prediction that evil Doctor Strange is in the Multiverse of Madness. He might be Multiverse of Madness too, for that matter. But he might be in the No Way Home. Like, he might be in both of them, Multiverse of Madness and No Way Home. Like, he just somehow like be in there. So.
As far as my predictions go, I don't think you're going to see hardly anyone outside of What If being anything else at all. Except for maybe with the exception of Captain Carter, if people want her bad enough.
And they've been rumored on that saying that they might use her for something.
Right. But I do think they're all going to be pulled together, like I said, into a Guardians of the Galaxy team towards the end of this. Guardians of the Multiverse, whatever.
Right.
I actually think it's if it's anybody other than Doctor Strange and No Way Home, I still think it's going to be Mephisto. We have a friend at work who 100% believes that this is not Doctor Strange because during the scene with the trains, he's not wearing his cloak.
Right.
And at least for me, if he's not actually, if they're not in any kind of danger or doing anything crazy, I don't think the necessity for the cloak needs to be there.
Right.
I think
and the fact that Doctor Strange was acting kind of weird in the trailer, and we're thinking like, well, maybe it gets to my prediction way back then, and I say, well, what if he's fucking trapped somewhere, like somewhere in the multiverse?
Which, due to Shang-Chi's post-credit scene and him not being around there,
he
might not.
That you ain't telling my prediction. This prediction have been harping on for almost 4 months, 5 months actually. Well, just whatever. Whenever I put that prediction out, it seemed like it was months basically, and I was like, is this bitch about to get trapped like where nobody can get to him, at least not right now? And I'm like, bro, where is Doctor Strange? Strange, where are you? Like, why is Wong coming out, bro? Fuck all that, bro. Where are you at?
Right. But yeah, so as far as predictions go, I guess the only prediction that really matters in the what if scenario is what episode do you think is going to be next?
I'll bite it. I'll take your episode. I'll say I'll be the Iron Man episode.
I'm going to stop guessing the Iron Man episode because it hasn't worked for me so far. I'm going to say I'm going to think it's the Gamora episode where Gamora becomes the new Thanos.
The new Thanos. Okay. All right.
And there's one thing we don't have to talk about is what we think might happen or what we think these events could lead up to.
And we love this shit because one person at work is, and she's, God love her, man, but she's thinking that this is all, hopefully all one thing. I'm like, no, I keep trying to tell you, these are anthologies. We are moving on. We're gunning like the next direction now. Besides that little octopus thing, next universe. Come on, we're moving. We are moving, guys. We're leading the charge to something else. But good try though. I mean, I'm not gonna crush Dream because who knows? It might be one big universe. Right now, I don't see it because right now they're just.
It's a multiverse.
It's a multiverse. Like she was hoping that it could be one thing. I'm like, nah, bro. They're just. It's
Doctor Strange just killed off his universe.
and I like, and that's the other two. Hold on, here's one of my great points. You hear the Roger say, "One act can destroy a universe," and then credits. I'm like, damn. Post credit scene. I'm literally playing my phone like I'm playing Angry Bird out this bitch. Like, okay, there's nothing.
No, the universe is gone. Fuck that
literally,
universe.
the universe is gone. So not only you killed the good Doctor Strange, you just killed everybody else. That's it.
So.
Oh God, but yeah, that's my. I hope it's the Iron Man one. I know you gave one, but I'm not.
I gave up on it for now.
For now, you'll come back.
Now it'll be the episode.
Right, watch it. He's like, Ralph, you were right. Like, no, but you were right first. You just never got to it.
He's been the only one that's been right at least once.
Yeah.
I've been wrong every single time.
Cause I said it was the T'Challa one, and I wasn't even. I just guessed it. I said, "Is it T'Challa one?" And they said, "Nah, that like that." I said, "I don't know," and it was. Got me.
All right.
What do you rate it, man?
So, this is so far my favorite episode. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 9. Cause I still like T'Challa one over it. No.
I gave the T'Challa one a 9, and I thought it was a fantastic episode. This episode just meant more to me. Overall,
it's something different, and that's why
it has that relatability for me.
Ain't relatability, right?
I do think overall it was a better episode than the T'Challa one, not by much.
Right.
They're both very close, so to have like 2 excellent episodes,
yeah,
and then just 2 good episodes,
there's only been
4
there's
episodes.
4, my bad. Yeah.
It's been a solid showing so far.
Right, so far, yeah.
I'm excited to see where it goes. We've got 9 episodes left.
Yeah, that's right. 13 episodes all together.
9 more weeks of this, y'all. 9 more weeks of this.
Jesus Christ. And this going right into the Eternals, too. We're going to be doing 5 episodes out this bitch. We got Eternals, more what if, more news, more everything. Shit.
Right? All right, guys. So that's going to end it. Join us next week as we cover the next episode of What If, some more news. I didn't actually cover the game stuff like I said I was going to at the beginning. Oh, well. We'll talk about that more next week, I guess.
I know we will. Come on now. We can talk about it.
But I have been playing the shit out of it. Check out Marvel Revolution if you have not. I do have a clan on there. It's hella depraved.
I gotta join that clan. Just to join, just like hello.
You have to start the fucking game. He's like, I haven't even downloaded it.
I've been playing Puzzles and Zombies. I'm sorry. I've been playing Puzzles and Zombies. Sue me.
But no, so yeah, if you guys want to join the team, it's hella depraved. We'd love to see you guys there. Yeah, so I guess with that being said, we love y'all. we'll see y'all in a couple days for our comic corner, or next week for the next What If you guys don't give a damn about the comics.
Yeah.
We love y'all, and Excelsior!
Yeah! Deuces. See
Bye,
you in a
guys.
bit.